Okay, so hi everyone, let's start with next 20 questions of index numbers additional question bank, question 61 to 80. Before we start, some rules as usual. We are going to have the lecture completely in simple English, so language should not be a barrier. Second is the lecture is not about concepts, the lecture is about problem solving. So if you have not done any of the concepts, then first watch either revision lecture or regular batch lecture, both of which are available for free on the channel. Okay, in this our objective is going to be how to solve every question, nearly every question in 1 minute. Okay, so obviously if there is some difficult concept I'll explain it, but other than that our focus is going to be on fast problem solving. Okay, so let's start with question 61. Circular test is not met by, that is a purely theory question. If you have read the theory, we know that simple geometric mean of price relatives and weighted aggregative with fixed weights, both of them follow circular test. This is the correct answer, not met by LPF. From the following data, what is the value ratio? Value ratio is value index number. That means value of current year divided by value of year 0. That means price into quantity both of current year divided by price into quantity both of base year. So let's just do it on calculator. For current year, price into quantity is going to be 6 into 2 m plus, 6 into 4 m plus, 9 into 2 m plus, and so on. So do it on calculator. 6 into 2 m plus, 6 into 4 m plus, 9 into 2 m plus, 1 into 5 m plus. If we press MRC, we get 59. So probably option A is going to be the answer, but let's see. For base year, it is 4 into 3 m plus, 5 into 4 m plus, 7 into 2 m plus, 2 into 3 m plus. If you press MRC, you get 52. So A is the correct answer. Next, value index number is equal to, so the one that we just saw, that is what? Total sum of values of given year multiplied by sum of values of base year. That is not correct. Total sum of values of given year, that is V1 divided by V0, right? So obviously B is the correct answer. So A and C are anyway, nobody will tick them. Nobody should tick them. Time reversal test is represented symbolically by understand, time reversal test basically says that if you reverse the base, then your answer should be reciprocal of each other. That means basically it says that P10 should be reciprocal of P01, or if we rearrange, P01 into P10 should be 1. Okay, so B is the correct answer for that. 65 is a good one. Let's see that. Just a second. Okay, so 65. In 1996, the average price of a commodity was 20% more than 1995, but 20% less than 1994. And moreover, it was 50% more than 1997 to price relatives using 1995 as base. Okay. Reduce the data is, there is some grammatical mistake, but let's ignore that. Let's try to take what years we have: 1994, 1995, 96, 97. Okay. Let's write our final answers in one column, and let's write our working in other columns. This is just a question of ratios, nothing else. Understand carefully. Okay. What is given is, in 1996, the average price of commodity was 20% more than 1995. They are saying for 1995 it was 100, right? So in 96, 20% more means 120. Fine. But 20% less than 1994. Now understand very carefully. But means they are talking about this 1996 only. That means but 1996 price was 20% less than 1994. That means if 1994 is 100, if 1994 is 100, then 1996 is 20% less, means 80. So can we just cross multiply? This is question mark. We have this is 200 is equal to 120 is to 80. Okay, you can just form a ratio like this. Question mark is 200 is equal to 120 is to 80. So if you cross multiply, what do you get? 120 by 80 into 100, that is 150. This is going to be 150. Similarly, next, moreover means they are still talking about 1996. It was 50% more than 1997. That means they are saying if 1997 was 100, then 1996 was 50% more, that is 150. Again, let's cross multiply for this question mark now. Question mark upon 100 is equal to 120 upon 150. So let's just 120 by 150 into 100, 80. So the answer is going to be 150, 100, 120, 80. That is option A. Okay. So the wording, reading the wording carefully is important, interpreting it properly. 66. From the following data, price index number for 1934. They have not given the method, so let's use aggregative method. Totals 10, 2, 6, 12, 12, 42 by 6, 2, 4, 11, 8, 31. 42 by 31 is 135.48. That is not the answer. You can tick none of these. If you want, we can check other method also. Other method is average of relatives, but still that is, that is not going to be this high, 140, 145. What is average of relatives method? 10 by 6, 2 by 2, 6 by 4, 12 by 11, and then we'll take average of all. So we can do it on calculator. 10 by 6 m plus, 2 by 2 m plus, 6 by 4 m plus, 12 by 11 m plus, 12 by 8 m plus. If you press MRC, you get 6.757575. We have to take average. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. So divide by 5. We get, if we multiply by 100, we get 135.15 recurring. Again, none of these is the correct answer. Next, 67. Okay. Okay, fine. 67. Index number by unweighted methods. Again, let's use simple aggregative. Total 54, 50, 155, 35, 110, 404. Total 36, 31, 30, 40, 110, 346. 404 by 346 into 100 gives us 116.76. So A is the correct answer. 68. Bowley's price index number is arithmetic mean of L and P, so A. 69. Fisher's is geometric mean of L and P, so B. 70 is a good one. Different one. Price index number using simple geometric mean of n relatives is given by. Now they have taken log. So let's see what we can do. First of all, simple. They are asking us for simple GM of relatives. How do we find simple AM of relatives? For simple AM of relatives, we do this. Okay. We take sum of all the relatives, divide by n into 100, because that is our simple average. Now we want geometric mean. So for geometric mean, what we'll have to do is P1 by P0 into 100 multiplied by P2 by P0 into 100 multiplied by so on up to Pn by P0 into 100 and whole raised to 1 by n, right? Because that is geometric mean. So let's take log of both sides, because in the answer they have taken log. So log I is equal to, if we take log, we can take that 1 by n down, 1 by n times log. I hope everyone knows this property. Log A to the power B is equal to B log A, right? Fine. So 1 by n into log of, again this P1 by P0 into 100 into P2 by P0 into 100 into up to Pn by P0 into 100. Next, now we can use this property of log. Log of A into B is equal to log A plus log B. That means in this square bracket we can separate out all the terms as plus plus plus. So log I will become 1 by n into log P1 by P0 plus log 100 plus log P2 by P0 plus log 100 and so on up to n terms, right? Now let's just combine the terms. 1 by n log 100 plus log 100 plus log 100 n times. That means n times log 100, n log 100 plus P1 log P1 by P0 plus log P2 by P0 plus log P3 by P0. That means summation of log Pn by P0. We are just taking sum of all the relatives ka log, right? Log of all the relatives. Fine. Log 100 is 2 because base is 10. So 10 raised to 2 is 100. Let's multiply that 1 by n inside. So 2n by n, this 2n plus 1 by n into summation log Pn by P0. If we cancel n, this should probably give us the answer. Let's check. Option B. 2 plus 1 by n into log of Pn by P0. Okay, I hope everyone has understood this. If you feel it is difficult, let me know in comments. 71. The price of a number of commodities are given below in current year and base year. We have to find for 1975 with base 1970 by method of price relatives using geometric mean. Fine. So we just have to take price relatives and we have to take their geometric mean. That's it. So how do we find price relatives? 55 by 45, 70 by 60, 30 by 20, 75 by 50 and so on, right? So let's find price relatives. Then we'll multiply them. Why? Because for geometric mean we have to multiply them, and then we'll do raise to, there are 6 commodities, so raise to 1 by 6, right? So let's do it on calculator. 55 by 45 into 70 by 60, we can directly do it, into 30 by 20 into 75 by 50 into 90 by 85 into 130 by 120. That gives us 3.6801 raised to 1 by 6. Now we can use 12 times root method, but we can also go by options. What we'll do is we'll raise this by 6 and we'll check which option gives us 3.6801, right? That is easier. So now don't take 125.3, we have not multiplied by 100. So take 1.253, right? Divide by 100 and take 1.253 raised to 6. How do we do raised to 6? Into and then 5 times equal to 3.8699, so no. 3.8699 this answer is. Second is 1.243 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives us 3.6883. So this is the correct answer. It is closest, right? Obviously C is not going to give us the answer. So B is the correct answer. Next. 72. From the following data, the general index is given by, that is nothing but weighted average. So let's just find weighted average. First find sum of weights. 6, 3, 4, 2, 1, 4, 20. 120 into 6 m plus 132 into 120 into 6 m plus 132 into 3 m plus 98 into 4 m plus 115 into 2 m plus 108 m plus 95 into 4. If you press MRC, you get 2226 divided by 20 is 111.3. Option A is the correct answer for question 72. Just a second, let me put my laptop to charging. Next, price of a commodity increases from 5 per unit in 1990 to 7.5 per unit in 1995, and the quantity consumed decreases from 120 to 90. Fine. The price and quantity in 1995 are 150% and 75% respectively. So they are also saying, see, 5 and it became 7.5. That means it increased by 50%. So it became 150%. And quantity decreased from 120 to 90. That means it decreased by 25%. So it became 75. Respectively of corresponding price and quantity of base year. Therefore, product of price ratio and quantity ratio. Now this is a very, not so logical question because they have already given these values. So just have to take their product. 150 into 75%. That is 112.5% or 1.125. Okay. 74 is a good question. Test whether index number due to Walsh is given by this formula satisfies what? Okay. Now checking for circular test is most time consuming because you have to take 3 years and calculate. So we'll keep that as last priority if required. Checking by time reversal is okay. It is not that difficult. We just have to replace P with Q and Q with P. Time reversal test is easiest because we have to replace 0 with 1 and 1 with 0. How do we check time reversal test? First, this normal index number is what? P1 into root Q0 Q1 upon P0 root Q0 Q1. Now we have to multiply by the reverse time. If we reverse the time, 0 will become 1, 1 will become 0. So it will become summation of P0 root. Now Q1 Q0 also means Q0 Q1, right? So same. And P1 into Q0 Q1 ka root. This should be equal to 1. Now we can clearly see that this is getting cancelled. So it is already equal to 1. So A is the correct answer. No need to go to B and C. If you want to go to B, what we'll have to do is we have to replace P by Q and Q by P and multiply it to see if we get value index number. That is, in that case we should get, okay, I guess there was some disturbance. What I was talking about is, in factor reversal test, you will just replace P by Q and Q by P and that should give us the value index number, that is this. Summation P0 Q0. So obviously that is not going to be the case in this one. For circular test, it is a bit more complicated. You have to calculate 3 years index numbers and you have to check whether change of base applies. Okay, but here it is not required. Time reversal is the correct answer. 75. From the following data, cost of living index number is. Now weights are given, that means we just have to find weighted average. Let's check total of weights first. 50, 2, 3, 16, 29. 100 is the total. So 241 into 50 m plus, 21 into 2 m plus, and so on. MRC and everything divided by 100. So 219.91 is the correct answer. 219.91, it is not in the options. So none of these is the correct answer for question number 75. Okay. Next. 76. Consumer price index number goes up from 110 to 200 and salary of a worker is also raised from 325 to 500. Therefore, in real terms, to maintain his previous standard of living, he should get an additional amount of how much? Understand, the index number went up from 110 to 200. Okay. So his salary should go from 325 to how much? Cross multiply and check. His salary should go from 325 to how much? Let's check that. 325 into 200 by 110. So 590.9090. His salary should ideally go to 590.90. But his salary is only 500. That means to maintain his standard of living, he should get additional amount of 90.9090 or 90.91. Next, prices of a commodity in year 1975 and 80 were 25 and 30 respectively. Taking 1980 as base. Taking 1980 as base. Now this question they have misprinted, or none of this is the correct answer, because 1980 they want to be base. That means 30 should be base and 25 should be current year. So 25 by 30, 83.333 is the correct answer based on the framing of the question. Next, 78. Average price of certain commodities in 1980 was 60 and average price of same commodity in 1982 was 120, so doubled. Therefore, the increase in 1982 on the basis of 1980 was 100%. That is correct. So it doubled. Next, the decrease in 1980 with 80. This is 80s. I don't know. The decrease in 1980 with 1982 as basis. How much? Using comment on the above statement. Okay. Forget about the question. Let's just see which statement is correct. They're asking for how much was the decrease, right? By taking 1982 as base. If 1982 as base, that means 120 is the base and 60 is the current year. So 60 by 120 is obviously going to be 50%. So this is B is the correct answer. Next, 79. Cost of living index number. Cost of living index number are also used to find real wages by process of deflating. Deflating the index number means removing the effect of inflation. Next, from following data, we have to calculate pastures index number. Okay, so this is a calculation based question, although easy, but calculation based. Sorry. So pastures, what is the base, what is the weight in pastures index number? Price index number we want, that means quantity of current year is the weight. So formula is going to be summation Pn Qn by summation P0 Q0 P0 Qn into 100. Right. So let's just do it. It is better if you name the columns first. For base here it is going to be P0 Q0 Pn Qn. Right. P0 we are not going to need. Numerator is Pn Qn. So 4 into 15, 5 into 9, 6 into 26. Let's do it. 4 into 15 m plus, 5 into 9 m plus, 6 into 26 m plus, 3 into 15 m plus. If you press MRC, you get 306. Sorry. Divided by P0 Qn, that means 3 into 15 m plus, 5 into 9 m plus, 4 into 26 m plus, 1 into 15 m plus. If you press MRC, you get 209. So 306 by 209 is the correct answer, whatever it is. Let's check. 146.41. Yes, it is an option A. So option A is the correct answer. So this was it for this video, 61 to 18. Next one we'll finish this question bank now, 81 to 100. Just 20 questions are remaining. So I hope this was useful, and if you have any doubt or need any help, let me know in comments. Also, there's a Telegram channel where I post daily MCQs or regular MCQs which are quite difficult and different than the questions that you generally see. So do join the channel, the link is given in description. That will help you a lot in preparing for exam and practicing solving every question within 1 minute. Okay, fine, let's stop for here then. That's all for today. Bye everyone.